All right, I got some major messages regarding twin flames. I will be telling you about it. I just did a video about private or unlisted videos or whatever, but then I told you about Rick Levine from Tarot.com. Keep in mind, I'm not really a Rick Levine listener. Not no disrespect, but for some reason I did. I don't even know how I got there. I was bored. I typed in something like, cause you get these thoughts and you think it's your thought, but it's not your thought. It's your angels and your higher self. So it basically said do something about a horoscope for March 2017. So Rick was one of the first videos that came up, and another one was this lady, but she was doing all kind of horoscopes, so I didn't want to listen to her. So I said I want something for March 2017, just what I was being led to do. And I listened to Rick for a little bit, but I've been very busy. So I know he said about Jupiter and Uranus and Libra, so I said, oh, that's that twin flame stuff, especially when he started going 22. But I said, okay, I'll get to it later because I'm busy. And you even heard me say it. I said I'm really kind of busy. I'll get back to it maybe later tonight on my other channel. But I didn't know it was going to be this significant. So this is how the universe gets your attention. But you got to listen because it's a step-by-step process. But once you start to develop your discernment, your spiritual discernment, your intuition, you get it. Because I had just pulled the blinds down. It was starting to get dark. I had pulled the blinds down. And outside of my house, I kept hearing these doors close, opening and closing. So it could be anybody out there parked on the side of the house. That happens sometime because my car was in the driveway at that time, so I didn't really worry about it. I think I looked out there real quick or whatever later on, but I didn't really worry about it. But that's how to get your attention, noises and stuff like that, just to get you thinking, well, what's going on. So then, as I was walking through the house, I looked at my front. I looked through the other blinds because I'm going to close those blinds too, and I see this white thing on my lawn. Like, what the heck is that? What is this white thing doing on my lawn? And I'm like, man, I've been working all day. I'm tired. I'm not going back out there. Like I'm not going. I'll get it tomorrow, whatever. And I'm still minding my own business. And then when I was coming down the steps, we got a new door, and there's a window on the door, but it's higher up. So when I'm coming down the steps, you can kind of see it, but you're like descending. And that's the key word I'm trying to tell you. This is based on what Rick Levine is saying in the video, and you will have that link to his video because I'm trying to tell you what he's talking about. I just went through it. Give me one moment. Now keep in mind, I'm telling you, you gotta listen what Rick Levine is talking about, and again, that video will be in the description box. It'll be the first video you see, the first video link. It'll be labeled as well, have a title on it, so you'll know which one it is. So I'm descending, and then I see this all-white car out in front of my house. Like, what the heck is this? Like on the other side of the house, you got people slamming doors. Now in the front of the house, it's a white car. I guess somebody's in a car just parked. So I know it's something white. It's something about white. But it doesn't stop there. We'll get back to that in a second. As I went outside, it's getting ready to start because I had to go to the train station, pick somebody up. Whenever I go to the train station, it's always something metaphysical. But the train station represents a lot of stuff, but telepathy, travel, it definitely represents. Well, it can represent the fourth house of transportation because I am going out there to pick up family, or it could represent soul family, but it has a lot to do with the eighth house too, because you got like tunnels, and that's the eighth house tunnels, and you'll go through a tunnel, it'll get dark and all that stuff, so it represents the eighth house. And you have to understand, everywhere, like especially in 2016 or 2015, everywhere there was a world crisis, just about. My mother just happened to be going there. Everywhere, everywhere. So these are things that are being transported, and then they come back through me. And I know you guys don't understand that, but it's all about energy and all kind of stuff. Um, so then when I went outside, the crescent moon is over there, and you're gonna see because I got a space chart. You might be looking at it right now. Where Venus normally is. So then I was like, oh, okay, the crescent moon, which is white, and then I saw Venus, but they were in the clouds, and again, still dealing with that white. And this can all represent the subconscious too, because the moon is the subconscious. So the universe tries to tell you what's going on, but they're doing numerology to do with signs and all that. And the more you learn, the more you'll pick this up. But we'll leave that right now because what I want to do right now is just look for angel colors, and when I want to look up the color white. I don't know why it's... Alright, I'll do something else. Let me just go to F drive and try it again. Alright. I don't want that. Don't want that. Okay, now it says Azrael can be color white. So we'll keep that in mind. Azrael will be the 10th house, but you got to be very careful because, you know, I've seen colors before, and sometimes they just say like the color white. They don't assign it to an angel. So that's what I'm really looking for. Okay, and this is the one I was looking for, I think. Okay. She says, for example, I see blue for Michael, yellow for Archangel Gabriel. Below is a list of the colors that I see for the angels, in some instances, ascended masters. It might be personal to me and therefore different for readers. So she's saying that she's giving you white, but she's saying it could be different for readers. So I don't know if I want to use hers. I thought this was the one I'm looking for. Okay. The white light is the color of love. See, that's making sense of where we're going. Keep in mind, when you listen to Rick Levine, and he's saying all this stuff about Uranus and Jupiter at 22 degrees and Libra and all that. So I already know, and it's 22. I know it's twin flame, but I know I gotta find out what the color white means because they keep pushing white in my face. It's what I'm trying to tell you, especially when I get to the train station. But every time I get to it, it's always something metaphysical that happens at that train station. And you don't know how many times I went down there and saw somebody that looks like my twin. They say this white light is the color of love, compassion, and all-knowing wisdom and guidance. That which is within you and is you, your link to the divine source. Now let me read that again. Make sure you guys are listening. The white light is the color of love, compassion, and all-knowing wisdom and guidance. That which is within you and is your link to the divine source. Okay, divine source being the higher self, the higher consciousness, because everything comes from the higher self, and it's your link that is within you, or your twin, yourself. So, but that doesn't stop there. So again, I noticed, and see when he talks about Uranus, it's something that just shows up suddenly. So Rick Levine will explain all that to you. And so I'm just sitting there because I got there somewhat a little early, and it's kind of dark out there, and really nobody's out there. Maybe one or two people walking by. It's a train station, just waiting for the train to pull up. And I'm sitting there, but so enough, suddenly someone came walking by kind of quick. But I didn't know, because there wasn't nobody out there in a minute. So I looked up, and then it was like a real light-skinned female. Because my twin is light-skinned. So I knew that. At that point, but see, when I pulled up, it was a sign that was there. It's a sign called, the sign was like white. And I'm thinking it's the same thing. They keep hitting me with thing like they want me to come in and study what white means. And now you saw it's a direct relation to you, to your twin flame, your higher self, the consciousness. Give me a moment. I gotta fix something. Good afternoon. Important announcements regarding. All right. Now I want to look at one other thing. Oh yeah, what I'm trying to do is. Cause so anyway, she kind of walked and then she went and she went to this location. I'm like, I didn't know it was over there, and I've always seen people kind of coming from that area, but I didn't know nothing was over there. And then I looked, and then I could see, I read, and it said, then remember these numbers because the numbers are gonna blow your mind. So it's at Asbury Park Tunnel. So she went into like, it's like when you wait for a bus and you're in one of those little things, but only this thing was really like a entrance way into going down, like walking down lower, which I never knew that was there ever. But now that's what I'm looking up online now. So I'm trying to find out, what that was. But it said, Asbury Tunnel, and it said it'll. They said that tunnel will take you to downtown Asbury, which I never knew that. And and I think they said it'll take you to the boardwalk. Now keep in mind where we were at. It's like it's a good 2.5, at least 2.5 miles. If you're walking, it's at least a good 2.5 miles before you get to the boardwalk. So I thought that was, I don't know what's down there, but I was like real curious. But you gotta understand the tunnel. You gotta understand what Rick Levine's gonna be talking about, how this what's going on in space right now is all about Scorpio going down into the underground. And there's gonna be a space chart that I'm gonna go over as well. So he's talking about going to the space ground. And keep in mind, all this is connected to your subconscious mind. It's connected to your spirit, it's connected to your soul. That's what they call your twin flame, the twin soul. So this was crazy. This was totally crazy. And again, so it said, so in Asbury Park they have the Tunnel of Love at the Asbury Park Palace Amusements, but this is not like the same place. And Bruce Springsteen even made an album because Bruce Springsteen is all about New Jersey and Asbury Park and stuff. So he actually made an album with that name. But I just don't know why they don't talk about this thing, because you would think it would be on. You would think it would be on. Just give me a second, because I just want. You would think it would be easy to find on the web. And it's still not really there. That alone is crazy to me. Because how can you have a tunnel at the Asbury train station that allegedly goes all the way to the boardwalk and don't have no information about it online? See, that alone is Scorpio. It's mystery and stuff. The underworld. This is crazy. So I'm going to do something really quick with you. That is crazy. Top magazines, Intron, links, visit information cover. They don't even have a search engine, because you'll be looking forever. So I'm not going to do that. City board member charged. Asbury Park Board of Education member Felicia Simmons has been charged with voter fraud in Elizabeth. Union County prosecutor Grace Park said that Simmons is charged with third-degree vote by mail fraud. Ooh. You're not playing. Alright, give me just a little bit. Okay, training. That's crazy. This is some crazy stuff. Asbury, okay. Okay, we got it. Asbury Underground. Alright, give me a second. I'm waiting for it to load. This says Asbury Underground, January 14, 2017. I still don't know if it's the same thing. This is some weird shit, dude. Contact. Come on, come on, come on. And they're on Asbury. See, I don't even know if these guys. See, I think this is the name of a band. This is crazy. Dark City Entertainment. That's Asbury, because they call Asbury Park Dark City. Cookman Creamy, because that's where it is. The train station's right across. Well, really across from Cookman Avenue. And they call it the Aquarian. See that? And what I'm trying to tell y'all, that keeps coming up. The Aquarius keeps coming up too. I think the Aquarian. But this is actually the name of a band. But Home Press. This is crazy. All right, one more attempt. Transit faces and transit. Train station. All right. The 5-meter tunnel to Asbury Park downtown. Okay, here we go. Here goes something anyway. But you would think they would be advertising or something. Like, you would think it would be easy to find. Hey, Asbury Park downtown tunnel. Yeah, come here. And all the stores, if they're down there, because I don't know what the hell's down there. I just know it exists. Asbury Park. Come on, bro. Okay, now it says, I'm going to read this. Asbury Park is served by the James J. Howard Transportation Center, dedicated in June 1985. And it's a lot of stuff going on now, like from the 1980s. But it's always like that in my world. And but I heard this other astrologer. She said, "Oh, this eclipse we just had is going to take you back to 1997." And I was like, "Well, I don't know about that." I said, "But I definitely got a 1980s vibe." And that's what they said, dedicated to 1985. This transportation center is a main bus and rail hub of the Jersey Shore. With five. Now I want to tell you guys, I know what it is now. The female I ran by, she had on one of those shirts where it hangs off your shoulder, and she kind of had a tattoo. And then, because wasn't nobody out there, you got to understand it. So I think it kind of spooked her because she was going by, and then I was in a car. So I think that kind of spooked her because she started walking faster and she kind of ran a little bit. And then she tried to pull the shirt up over her shoulder or whatever. But she did have a tattoo on her. And I'm pretty sure that tattoo was a rose, because that rose is my twin's name. And my twin is like real light skin. But I knew that was a definite message. Like, at that point I knew. The transportation center is the main bus and rail hub of the Jersey Shore, with 5 New Jersey transit buses connected to the station. The other stops have just 1 or 2 bus connections, if any. Bus route 317 even runs all the way to Camden and Philadelphia, a trip that takes almost 4 hours and costs $22.50. And there goes your 22 again. With the bus not curving away from the coast until Point Pleasant. The modern transportation center is a brick building with a line of high windows above the tops of the walls holding up the flat station roof. This resembles an AM station. Inside is an airy waiting room, not much seating, just some wooden benches along the walls. An interior staircase leads down to a tunnel under the tracks for southbound trains. Above the entrance to the tunnel is some unique artwork added later. Then they say the triptych Tree of Life by the carving, carrying canvas, the Rainbow Room Hotel, and the historical name that was added. There's also a ticket office open for 1 weekday AM shift and a concessions newsstand. But that thing said like Boardwalk. They said that thing will take you. They said it'll take you to downtown Asbury and it'll take you to the Boardwalk. So I don't think this is talking about the same place. Let me look. Let me see. Inside the small portal exit of the tunnel on the Bayhead platform. Yeah, well, that's not us though. But the person I picked up just came from Bayhead though. This is somewhere real. No, that's a real tunnel, yo. I just don't know, but they claiming I can't believe they built no tunnel 3, but they don't talk about it. See, what I'm trying to tell you, there's a reason why they don't talk about it. That's all I'm trying to tell you. See, it's a whole lot of underground stuff around here because we used to hear them blowing up underground, but I'm telling you, even that whole Walmart, all that stuff is underground for like when they call like whenever they go when you start putting people in FEMA camps and shit. Because it's kind of amazing they would have a tunnel down there and don't talk about it because that you would be advertising just like in Atlanta, Georgia. Everybody knows the underground in Atlanta. Like that's a big it's been a big tourist attraction for like over 30 years. Everybody knows about it. So it's no way you're gonna build something underground and don't advertise it. Like that should be real easy to find. All right, let me see this one more time. Interior staircase. So maybe that is what they do. Maybe that is what that thing does. They call it a tunnel, whatever, but it really is like a. Because I know it's basically it really is 2 tracks, and they do like he's saying northbound, one is southbound, but still that don't make sense to me. That don't make that don't even make sense because the person came from the north, and it's like it's a track. Basically, the northbound is the one you gotta like go down and go down somewhere and go around or whatever. It's not southbound. Air interior that leads to a tunnel under the tracks for southbound trains. Alright, I'm gonna put this on pause real quick and I'll be back. I'm still looking, and the word aquarium came up again. They said aquarium, but it's still connected to Aquarius. Because what they're telling me is when I look at that chart, which I am gonna do to make sure I check out Aquarius, and you guys that stay on the channel with me, you know what Aquarius means. It's one of 2 twins unite. Um, follow Bridge and Tunnel Club. So this is some weird stuff. Bridge and Tunnel Club. Back to Bridge and Tunnel Club. But they're not really telling you, okay, Bridge and Tunnel Club, but what is it about? Like, why are you calling yourself Bridge and Tunnel Club, and what is this about? Okay, but what I'm looking at, the one thing I did get, and I can show it to you guys. Because you can see where they went down. You can see where she went down. But it's not telling you like where it takes you. And I know you get off the train, it's going southbound. Because the way they wrote it, that person wrote it wrong. The train is going southbound. Now you may get off there and go down this thing if you want to go on the northbound tracks. And maybe that's what she did. But the way they wrote it on the sign made it seem like it's underground. Like you could take it all the way to the boardwalk. And that's some BS because I don't know how they did all that building. The boardwalk is like 3 miles away from what the picture you're gonna see. The boardwalk is literally, if you was walking, it'd be like 3 miles away. And go downtown. And if there was shopping down there, I'm sure people would I'm sure they would say hey, we got underground, come down here, blah blah, underground Asbury. And I ain't never heard no junk like that, so I know it ain't no underground, and I don't think it's no underground that you could walk all the way to no boardwalk. And if it's an underground like that, that they getting that shit ready for FEMA. And even in the picture, you gonna see that bus. You gonna see that bus, and you gonna see that white truck. Put your ass in there and take your ass right to them FEMA camps. Ah! You better listen to Pastor Gary. They coming for you. All right. But the reason why they show me underground, they're talking about Scorpio. Something's going on with Scorpio, and you know that's a twin flame. That's the soul house, and so that's what that all was about. Cause me, I'm chilling, like I'm in a really good mood and stuff. I was like, well, I'm starting to heal from my twin flame. Maybe I can move on. And that's what they do. They hit you soon as you think you go. Just when you think you got. Just when you think you got out that water. All right, give me a second, cause now this thing still want to be acting funny. Nah, this ain't gonna work either. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's not no I'm assuming that it's not no whatever to the underground. It's just it goes under the track or whatever to take you to the other side. And if you want to walk to downtown, you can walk, but you'll be on the surface. You ain't underground. But the way they wrote it, it makes you think it's underground. They make you think you can go down there and walk down there. Like if you like in New York, they got subways, like big old subways, and they try to make you think that's what that is, but it's not. It's just an underground path to the other side of the track. Let's keep it 100. Where I'm at, this is broke poverty. Just look at the picture. It's not a lot of money. It's kind of like the hood. So stop trying to act like we got all this flamboyant. Using big words. Alright, so I'm going to end that investigation. Right, like I said, give me a sec. I'm going to try this one more time. Because I'm trying to copy this picture, but you heard that noise. Sometimes it doesn't let you, like, because there'd be too many pictures or graphics, so this thing freezes on you. And sometimes if you try like 1 or 2 times or 3, it'll work. Alright. So it still want to act up. So it ain't going to do it that way, but I got another way I can do it. And that's what I'm going to do. But like I had been down there a long time. I always saw that thing. And I just never knew what it was. Because I'm always in there like it's nighttime when I go. And you know, so you'll see people coming from that direction. But I just thought they was coming from the train station. But the train station is like further up. So now I know what that thing is. Alright, give me a second. I'm trying to... There we go. But that still doesn't mean this is going to work the way I want it to, but we'll see. Nope, it didn't do what I wanted to do. Get out of here. But I got another thing I do, but I can't guarantee that's going to work either. Alright, I think I got it. I think. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right with you. Selected angle. Alright, I got it. I think I got it. So that's the best I can do. You're gonna see a picture, and then keep in mind you're gonna see like a gray truck, like a SUV. So I was parked somewhere in that area, and then you'll see the big whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what to call it. I would say office. I don't know what to call it. But you see the stairs. If you look, you can see the stairs that are going down. Like you see the rail, the silver rail that takes us get this to whatever's down. So I guess that's what they take to get over to the other side of the track, because you can see it's 2 tracks. But that's the tunnel. But even at the tunnel to 2 is a twin again. Oh, and the numbers was now on the sign, because it said tunnels, it said tunnel, and it said Boardwalk and downtown Asbury, and it said the numbers 2, 12, and 1. But wait till I get to the natal chart, and wait till you see those numbers again. That shit bugged me out when I saw that. But just for anybody that's listening, the angels will do that. The spirit realm will do that. They'll hit you with a lot of stuff. And don't get me wrong, because I seen them make things urgent, and it really was like I literally was with my twin the very next day. Like we worked together, so literally they would let me know it's happening, and I would be right next to her or whatever. And then, but other times they just keep it in your mind, especially if they think you're starting to forget about it. They do that on purpose to say, "Oh no, it's not over." So we'll be doing this soon. But I want to do the chart. Give me a second. See, they taking all these pictures. I still don't know why. Why didn't they take some pictures downstairs? Oh, well, they are taking a picture of the other side. I don't feel like it's because I closed that window. I would do it if that window was still open, but I don't feel like doing it. But they did show you the other side. So you said, where does it take you? They show you the other side. And they got some other crazy stuff too. They got this long old thing that connects to the building. So apparently some people can walk over that. Because they do. It's like a little area that you could sit. But see, I'm sure people sit over there. But see, this is the hood. Like, you know, a lot of people ain't trying to chill out because you could get knocked in your head and robbed and shit. So, but I'm sure people still do because it's a nice area. And it's right where the cops, it's right where the police station is, but people still be doing what they're going to do. This is the hood. This is like the real hood. The real hood, even the cops got to watch their back and shit. So, yeah, but it's kind of nice, though. So, I don't know why they got that thing. Learn something new every day. No, God has blessed me. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. This is the truth. Like, I've always had a vehicle. That's the first thing my earthly mother did. As soon as I turned 17, she put up half, I put up half. Because I was always working, so I always had money. And I've always had a vehicle. And whenever I got lost or stranded, God always blessed me. Like somebody, because I knew a lot of people. Because I was always knocking on everybody. I was always a preacher. So everybody knew me. I was always in some type of religious thing. Always knocking on doors. So I might be stranded somewhere, and God would always work it out. Somebody would pull up that knew me, and give me a ride and stuff. So I've been pretty blessed like that my whole life. And I've taken like a train a few times. Like I've been at this station. I took a train to the station one time, but I ain't do all that walking around or nothing. But it's sweet. I'm glad I found this because it's showing me pictures. Now I got a better idea of what goes on. And but it shows you how your mind works. Because when I think of that train station, no disrespect, but I just know the area. You gotta understand. I used to hang out. These are my areas I used to hang out. So my mind is always like, whoa, I'm not trying to hang out over there, you know. But it is nice though. It's really nice. Now that I get to see these pictures, I'm like, oh, it's so nice. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this so you can see what I'm talking about, because I don't feel like copying all these pictures. It'll take forever. But it's called bridgeandtunnelclub.com, and it'll be with Rick Levine. And I have everything labeled, and that way you guys can see it. But it's really nice. I never knew it, and this is decades. I've been. I don't know how long that train station's been there though, but it's decades I've been around, and I never knew. And just remember, the side I'm on will always be your side, the side to your left, because that's the south side. Because whenever I pick a person up, they're usually coming from the north side. So they're coming from the north side, so they're on the south side. But the other side is pointing north. And then you get to see the police too. If you look at this, you get to see the police. And we have different police. You had like the black and white cars used to be straight for the hood. Like they used to, I don't know if they still do, but they used to have like other cars that was just for the neighbor, like just the city. But them black and white cars, they like for the hood. And they like the police assault team. They gonna fuck you up. They stopped me, and I was coming out of church and shit. I don't want to get into it, but they stopped me, and them niggas was crazy. They like the assault team and shit. So you can see where I'm from. Repping up, nigga. And get a little bit. But like I see, you can see how nice it is. It's just that you got to be careful because people are crazy. I think I've been inside this train station one time in my life. But I thank God. That's how good God is. That's why I tell y'all, don't count God out. You don't have to have a personal relationship with a church or nothing like that, but have a personal relationship with God, because God is real. God is real. See, even at nighttime, you see it's only two people sitting out there. That's how it be. Almost be like, sometimes be nobody out there. There's been times when I've been out there by myself, just waiting for that whatever to come, for the train to come. And now you can even see. I think you can see. Maybe. I don't know. That might be something else though. Yeah, it is. It's from the other side. So you can see where she went into that little, I call it an office. It's not an office, but whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you could call it a building. You can see it from the other side now. And there's a car sitting over there, and that's where I was. But it's cool because now I got a better idea what's going on. So they go down there and they go underground, and then they come up on the other side. But it doesn't take you all the way to the boardwalk. That's BS. All right, so that was good. So I got to show you guys where I'm from. I'm so excited. All right, now we're going to get into the space chart and get out of here. That was real cool. Thank you, God, for helping me find that website. All right, let me see. I want to make sure everything's cool here. Approve this video. All right. And let me get rid of this stuff because we don't need it no more. Now I should have a space chart. Okay, there it is. Now we're gonna go right in. But remember, and Rick Levine, his video is right in the description box. Oh wait, this is getting so crazy, bro. It's blowing my mind. Now remember what I told you. The numbers was 2, 12, and then I think it said 1. That was at the train station on that sign. It was talking about a tunnel and all that. So now, and white is about love and the twins coming together and stuff like that. So now you go to the first house is what? Libra. The first house is Libra. Number 1, you see it right there. Everything is like the ascendant is number 1. The east point is number 1. The true north node is number 22, that twin flame number. Jupiter is number 22 because I told you Jupiter will help bring the twins together. I told you all that. So there you go. That's all going on in the first house with Aries. Because the Aries can't be. Aries says I am. You can't say I am in a relationship. It has to be we are. So now when you go to house number 11, which is Aquarius, look who's there. Leo. My zodiac sign. Now, we're going to keep moving now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And guess what? Go to the 5th house. Leo rules the 5th house, and guess who's there? Aquarius. 6, 7. And then you go to the 7th house, which is the relationship house. And he was talking about Uranus. Uranus. Now, Uranus means sudden change. Like that female came out of nowhere. Sudden change. Something sudden will come up. Uranus can be very independent. Doesn't like to follow a lot of rules and procedures. And you got Aries and Libra. So it's one of those things. Because Libra and Aries could be a good thing because that's somebody who really wants a relationship. Like I really want a relationship. So when you see house number 1, when Jupiter helps out, Jupiter's like, yeah, I want you guys, because Jupiter is like marriage. A lot of you guys, but I've taught you that. A lot of you guys don't know planet Jupiter really, because when I was going through my twin flame stuff, planet Jupiter helped me out a lot. And you see it in the natal chart. So Jupiter is like a father. Because see, Venus is his daughter. And his daughter, Venus, is love. So Jupiter's helping out with this relationship at 22. And then, so Aries, so they're trying to control Aries. And then the moon. Remember I told you I came outside, there was that crescent moon. And that crescent moon has a lot to do with females as well. And secrets and even pregnancy and stuff. So they got, and remember the numbers I told you, 2, 12, and 1. And then you see 12 with Mars. And then you see 2 with the vertex cross. And the vertex cross is about the soul portal. And then you see all those 1s, because 1 means like a new beginning. And you see all those 1s in the first house with Jupiter at 22. And then even 12 plus 1 is 13. If you notice, Venus is 13, but she's also 2. And then you see Lilith is 13 in the 2nd house with Scorpio. Because I keep telling you, this is all about twin souls. Twin souls. So they're trying to contain the Aries energy. Now you have Venus there. She wants to be in a loving relationship, and Jupiter and Libra are trying to help Aries and Mars to calm down, work with the relationship. But still, it's very impactful. It's very impactful because you got Aries and Mars, so they want to set it off. They want to duke it out. And then Uranus is like, it could go any type of way. But Uranus also rules Aquarius. So Uranus also is trying to get Mars to calm down and work with the relationship. So you see a strong attempt by the universe to get these twins to work together. And what it's trying to tell you is it can go either way. And like I said, 2 basically means love or couple. 12, Mars is right there. Or 1 with a new beginning. Now, alright, I'm just looking around. Give me a moment. Alright, so that's the 7th house. And the only reason why I'm looking at the 8th house is because they're talking about the underground and stuff like that. So the 8th house rules what? The 8th house, you see Taurus in the 8th house. But Taurus rules the 2nd house. And again, there goes Scorpio with Lilith. So, and that underground he's talking about, he keeps telling me about Pluto. It's all about transformation too. It's all about transformation. And yeah, he mentioned Neptune, and then where I was at, it was close. It was close to that. And then that's 11 with the Sun and Pisces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's your whole spiritual thing. And that white does mean, because one female said the white means Jesus. Now, whenever you see the Sun with Pisces, that kind of does make a reference to Jesus, because the Bible calls him that day star and the S-U-N and the morning star, and Pisces is that sign that really denotes spirituality of Christianity. So, if you ask me, which you didn't ask me, but I'm sure you will know, and even that number 716 is real close to me. Like, that's when it gets real scary. Like, when I see shit like that, because if I saw that, but yeah, that's what it means. Because I said it means that they're going to call. Like, they're going to call. You understand? And they are. Because what is Neptune? Neptune is telepathy. Neptune and Pisces is telepathy through the twins. And then Virgo is healing. And then if you notice, Virgo rules the 6th house. But Virgo is in the 12th house, which is ruled by Pisces. But it's just talking about the dysfunction between you and your twin. So what they're trying to tell me to do is going to be they're trying to tell me that it's going to be more communication between me and her, like subconsciously or in the dreams. And it's also giving an implication that she may be becoming because people go through different phases. She may be becoming more spiritual, which will help her see things a little bit differently. But see, she just has a lot of growing up to do at the end of the day. So that's what I get from that whole thing. And whatever he said too, I didn't listen to all the Rick yet. I'm getting ready to go back and listen to him. But he's talking about and all this is going on, especially in the 8th house as well. And you see Keras is right there. Keras in the 8th house is nurturing. And even you want to go to, just for the 8th house, you want to go to the Doreen Virtue and look at the number 745. And 745, 7 is 745. You want to look at that number. And that's what we're going to do. Give me a moment. I just got to type in the password. $7.45. But this is how the universe works. That's what the more you know about astrology, the more you'll know what the universe is trying to tell you. Because that's one thing I did show you guys. I proved that tonight. And that's why if you don't have those angel cards, or if you don't know what I'm saying, it's good to work with people like me, because I can usually figure it out and tell you what's really being, the message that's being given to you. Alright. Trying to log in. Okay, let me find the number out again. I think I said 7:45. Wherever I was at. 7:45. The angels are helping you change your life for the better. So it's all about the change. And when they say the angels are helping you change your life for the better, they're always trying to bring you into your soul purpose or your life purpose. Alright, so it's, and also you see the number 28, you see the number 8 with Uranus, and 8 is always going to be finances, karma, in the 8th house, soul matters. So that is a message, everyone, that they were trying to give me. And they made sure they emphasized love with Libra and Jupiter in the 1st house, Venus and the 7th house. So this is always, and stuff like Leo and Aquarius, and Aquarius and Leo. So these are all ways they're trying to tell you, it's real love. Don't think it's not real love. It is real love. Now let's look at one thing. Let's look at the crescent moon twin flames and see what happens when we look that up. And like I said, the moon was right over there with Venus. Alright, you can see on the chart the moon is right there with Venus in the 7th house of relationships. New moon love stories. That's Patricia McNeely. But why did I come here? It took, I don't know why I did that. I went to YouTube. I was trying to go to search engine. Where's moon? So again, they're trying to tell you don't give up the hope. It's not over, and yada 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 yada. The circle of the silver moon is in essence an electrical spiritual path. There are different types of romantic relationships, twin flames, twin souls. Alright, give me a second. I want to see what she's talking about. Different types of relations to a companion, soulmates, true soulmates, karmic connection, all relate to the same group and category of the word soulmates. They're all spiritually equal but hold something different for everyone. Just because you may have someone you know may be going through the same relationship experience as you doesn't mean it's the same type of spiritual connection. Karma has something different for everyone and a purpose to manifest in perfection. Alright. But what I'm looking for, I'm going to do a couple. Should I say tunnel? Alright. Underground. Crescent. let's do that. Let's go to time and date. Make sure that was a crescent moon. I'm pretty sure it was. Time and date. Moon. Come on, time and date. Going to good old Monmouth County. Yep, a waxing crescent moon, meaning this is the time when things get bigger. And it was just at 9. It's crazy because it was just at 9:22, and then it went to 9:21 and 9:20. Because 9:22, that's my sister, but she deceased, but that's her birthday. Because that's when your family's telling you they're working things out and stuff. All right. Next full moon is 12, because I told you that number 12 popped up. 2, 12, and 1. So the next full moon is on the 12th. That's interesting. All right. All right. So what else was I gonna look for? Oh, crescent moon, twin flame, full moon and twin flames. Plant seeds of change with new moon and Gemini sparks twin flames. The twin flame moon, a new moon in Gemini. Saturn. Right now it's the Aries moon. Alright, but will it be an Aries moon tomorrow? I mean, when this goes down. Nah, it might be a Taurus moon tomorrow. I don't want to even play with that. But like I said, Taurus can be lovers too, because Taurus is ruled by Venus. Alright, y'all. So the reason why you saw the female is light skin, like my twin, and my twin is named Rose, and she had a rose on her shoulder or whatever. That means a lot. Like that's like your twin telling you, I'm ready to shoulder this situation with you. And then by her going down, and you'll hear Rick Levine say this, by her going down into the tunnel or down into the 8th house, she's saying, I'm trying to talk to you through your subconscious and stuff like that. Let me in. So that's what that all was about. This is Gat. It's been a pleasure. God bless.